going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new, thanks for joining us on our live stream to talk about Wonder Woman 84 and some other cool stuff that happened today as we close out this year. So again, thanks for joining us for our live stream. We should have a pretty fun discussion going on. I am going to bring in a couple of guests joining me in just a moment. So I'm sure most of you know who they are, and I'm very thankful for them joining me for this discussion. Just so you know, we will be doing like a spoiler discussion of Wonder Woman 84. So just a heads up, spoilers. All right, so I'm going to bring in Anthony from ACS Universe.
What's good?
All right, thanks for joining us.
Oh, thank you for having me.
Of course, of course. And now our next guest, Nicotina.
Hey, Anthony, what are you doing here? I know you're going to be here.
What are you doing here? Okay, I think that's the bigger question.
We had this prearranged. Alan and I were going to do it. I don't even know where you came from. But no, it's a pleasure to be here, and thank you so much for having us as well.
Yeah.
And Happy New Year to everybody.
Yes, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Well, it hasn't happened yet, but it's going to happen.
Yeah.
In other countries, it's already happened, but here, not so much.
Nicotina's drunk right now. He's been all day long cooking turkeys and drinking champagne.
Yeah, I'm cooking a turkey right now. In fact, here, what I'm going to do is this. I'm going to send Allie a picture of my turkey. Actually, you know what? I'll just pull up my phone, and I'll do like a sci-fi dragon style. I'll just hold it up to the camera. Okay, so this is the before picture. Okay, that's before.
Did you tweet a picture earlier of a turkey?
I did.
Okay, I think I saw it briefly. Okay.
Yeah, I think you responded to it. I thought you did. Anyway, and then there is after. Yeah, look at that.
Nice.
It's like a turkey from hell. This one didn't take too long. It cooks for like 2 hours. I want to say 2 or 3 hours.
Oh, that's not bad for a turkey.
Yeah.
Like lasagna made a week ago took that long, so it's not that bad for a turkey. All right, so I'm assuming both of you have seen Wonder Woman 84, correct?
No.
Yes.
Like,
I did a spoiler video on it. I watched my video. No. But yeah, no, I've seen it. We've all seen it.
Mm-hmm.
Love
I've seen it like.
I'm not sure which shirt you're talking
Which
about.
shirt? Oh, my shirt. It must be mine. It must be mine because I know it's that Anthony's wife, Brooke, made this.
Yeah, my wife did make that shirt he has on right now.
And then Ryan made his shirt, but not really. He just designed it.
Yeah. No, yeah, I've seen it 4 times. So
okay, I was watching it for the second time earlier. My kids are actually watching it right now. So
nice.
Yeah, watching it for the first time at home since we watched. Did you guys get to watch it in theaters or how have you watched it?
I did.
I watched it at home. In fact, the first time I watched it on my iPad with my headphones on super loud. So it felt really, it's like having the audio super loud helped a lot because then that score from Hans Zimmer was incredible and it really carried the movie.
Definitely.
Score's fire.
Score too, for sure. Which I'm not surprised, but it's just always nice to hear like throughout the whole movie start to finish how good it really is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, what's up?
Ryan, what's good?
Ryan?
Thanks for joining us. Let's see. Walter bashing. Walter?
Oh, you're talking about Walter Hamada?
Walter Hamada?
Yeah.
Okay, well, we're not getting into that right now.
Hunter had some choice words for Walter. We got Robert here as well from Vision to Geekdom. What's going on, Robert?
Yeah,
what's good?
You guys, I think I'm drink. Yeah, you probably are drink if that's how you're.
That's how he's feeling drunk and drink. Yeah. Hey, cheers to you, Josh.
Let's go. I know.
Yes.
All right. Okay. Yeah. No. None of that crazy stuff in the chat. Like, you know. The other day, someone said, usually I'm not one to like do drama stuff on Twitter, but I was like so annoyed with Scott Mendelson.
Oh, Mendy. Yeah, that guy.
Yeah,
He's
I
a
usually
beast.
don't do, but I was just like, oh, I'm sick of this. And someone had replied to, a thread or whatever a tweet, and they were like, get cancer, and I was like, nope, delete. Like, not in my thread. Like, I don't like the guy, but I don't do that stuff.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
not like you want him to die.
I don't go that far.
Get
Like,
cancer. You know,
don't
go
bring
do
the
chemo.
toxic stuff.
Oh, come on.
Don't bring the toxic
it's
stuff.
ridiculous.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, no, you got. See you later with that stuff. Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
See, I'm more in line with what Frank says here. I want to slash Walter's tires. I mean, see, that's you won't hurt him. It just hurt his bank account. See, that makes sense.
Yeah. Ryan said Mendelsohn needs to stop meddling.
Yeah, you right.
We got Mario Rowe saying Happy Early New Year's. What's up, Mario?
Yes, what's
Yeah,
good?
It's only 6:40, so it's still early.
It's only 5:41 where I'm at. So
Yeah, it's
You're
almost.
West Coast, you're West Coast, yeah.
yeah, I'm in
it's
like
almost-
1985 right now.
People are already doing fireworks here, though. My neighborhood. So
Yeah, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Might be
Oh, yeah.
that.
Well, see,
I can-
where I live up in Northern California, I'm like up in the hills where there's like trees and it's very foresty. So if you try to do fireworks,
You're
the
gonna
neighbors
start
they'll start a fire. Well, the neighbors are going to call the cops on you like immediately.
Oh.
Yeah, big
They're
oh
like,
because
slow down.
Andy was good.
What's up, Andy?
Yeah, we gotta send medals. See, y'all.
Up the creek, man. It's coming up the creek. I know, right?
Oh, see, Frank.
Oh no!
Oh, yeah, he's popping Nelson's cheeks.
He
Hey,
replied to me. I was like, "Oh my god!"
He's got to be on his way out, though. He's got to be on his way out. You don't say the things that he said and do the things that he's been doing and expect to just go to work the next day and be like, yeah, everything's fine. No, I mean, like, honestly, if anyone's gonna do that, they're probably already have the inclination that, hey, I'm gonna lose my job already. He probably already has a date on when he's gonna transition out of his job. Like, hey, on January 1st, you start to phase out, or you're gonna go be the head of waste management or whatever it is, and so he probably knows that, and so that's why he's saying the things that he's saying, because I mean it's just getting a little out of hand.
Yeah, I didn't expect him to reply to me. And I was
Oh,
like,
Mendelsohn.
Yeah.
I was talking about Hamada, but yeah, Mendelsohn.
yeah, that too.
Yeah.
I think people are kind of having the same feeling that Hamada might be also like,
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Hamada is done for.
yeah. But, yeah, everyone's in the chat is giving New Year wishes. Resolution.
Hey,
I
same
don't
to
do
you guys.
resolutions. Sorry. That was anticlimactic answer, but I don't.
You know what?
Hopefully, I just hope
Yeah,
it's
I don't
better
either.
this year,
I
but
don't either.
do that. I don't do it.
Yeah, it's just I'm not really good with commitment, other than getting marry my wife. Other than that, it's like I don't know if I can do it. I don't know if I can do it. I don't know if I can do it. No, I'm like I'm gonna lose weight. I'm gonna be a buff like Anthony, and then it's like 2 chips Taco Bell later. I'm like forget it.
In the beginning of the year, everyone's like motivated.
Yeah.
But I think this time it's like people kind of just want like normal things for the next year,
Yeah.
like just nice, normal stuff to at least start getting back there. But let's see. New Year's resolution is sex. Ben Affleck, Batman solo projects. Well,
Yes,
that would
I
be
agree.
nice.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I mean, that'd be a lot to announce in 1 year, but I'm here for it.
I think
Yo,
throughout the
they
year,
announce it
it's going to be
right now.
sprinkled throughout the year. Yeah, announcing it right now would be fire.
And that's
That'd
it
be
right
insane.
now. It'd be straight fire. They announce it right now.
At least something. But I know we're getting there. We're getting there. One thing at a time.
Hey, look, today, before we get into this, the Wonder Woman talk today was fire. It's not
yes.
even January yet, and it's the promotional stuff for Zack Snyder's Justice League kicked off quite well today with a couple picks. But we'll talk about that after we
Yes.
talk about Wonder Woman.
Yeah, we are going to get there for sure because they are Wonder Woman related. So.
Yeah, exactly.
Which I think was cool of Zack to share Wonder Woman pictures because it still
Yes.
kind of gives that attention to her.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, hey, Zack Snyder's Justice League is coming.
Yep.
You know, so I think it was cool that he decided to share pictures of her.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, like I said, we're gonna get there. We'll show the picture and everything. Okay, so first, let me just ask before we start getting into like detailed and spoiler stuff. Anthony, I'll start with you. What was your like overall general reaction to the movie? Like first time you watched it?
I liked it. There was a lot of things. I would say that the good was better than the bad, I guess. But yeah, I liked it, and there was a lot of things I didn't like, obviously, but overall, I enjoyed it enough to where I would purchase it on like, Blu-ray or 4K when it came out or whatever. What's good?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. How about you, Nicotina?
I thought it was good. I thought that the actors really brought their A game. I thought they did a really good job with the roles that they were given and with the material that they had. I thought Kristen Wiig did a great job. I thought Gal Gadot killed it. Pedro Pascal did an amazing performance as Maxwell Lord. And Chris Pine was Chris Pine, which it was good.
Yeah.
But I really felt that the strengths of the movie came in the actors' performances of their characters, and of course Hans Zimmer's score was really, really good throughout the entire movie. It really carried it and kind of gave the movie more weight and more density as the film went on. Obviously, there were some parts in that movie that I felt could have been improved on or done differently. Some plot holes as well, but I think overall I enjoyed the movie and I liked the message that it was sending. And it really defined her as somebody who, and they touched on this in Justice League and other ones as well, where they really kind of defined her as like someone who looks for the best out of anybody, who always looks to inspire hope in anybody. And look at, you had Maxwell Lord. This is spoilers, by the way. You have Maxwell Lord, who I mean, at the very end, she, instead of just, she could have easily went over and probably chopped his head off, whatever. But no, she said she took the chance to, try and reason with him and make him understand and see a better way of life. And at the end, it worked. Oh, although she had the lasso of truth, so I'm sure that helped out a lot too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, Ryan said what kind of Anthony was saying. Well, you too, Nicotina. I think the strongest part was the acting.
The acting was...
Yeah, acting was really good. I mean, they were committed. Like, they really wanted to make this into something really good.
Yeah, I expected Wonder Woman 84 to be like the first one, but with well-executed action scenes. Yeah, I'm going to get into that too. Who said that they just subbed? Well, thank you. Thank you for joining us. And
SG Lucid.
subbing.
There you go. There you go.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, you guys subscribe to Super Hive, man. She does videos all the time. They're really, really good. Really good.
Fire
Yeah.
channel.
Thank you. Well,
Yeah, she knows her stuff, you guys.
Thank you, guys. Carlos says Wonder Woman 84 was good, but definitely is not the Wonder Woman I love. The real one is coming in March. So I have seen, there's been like, I didn't expect it to be so like split, the reactions.
Yeah.
But I guess I kind of understand why. Like, I'm kind of on the same page, as you guys. My initial reaction is that I enjoyed the movie. Like, I liked it. I saw it in theaters, which was nice. That kind of enhances the experience. It was nice just to go to the movie and, see a DC movie in theaters. And going into it, I went in with the expectations that, like, there's going to be some, like, cheesy stuff, because, like, the scenes that they released from China and the MTV one, I was like, oh, okay. Like, all right, let me just see the whole movie. But then, like, in the trailers, there was, like, cool stuff I was looking forward to. Like, the lightning, like, swinging on the lasso and, like, I expected there to be emotional scenes that I liked. Mm-hmm. So, for me, like, overall, I liked the movie. But I think I still prefer the first one.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
It was very, very different from the first one.
Very
I know
different.
it was set in a different time and everything like that.
Era,
So it's going to have different elements to it. But I was rewatching like stuff from the first one a couple nights ago, and I was like, oh, I just love the first one. But overall, I did like it. But I can see why people are kind of like, they didn't maybe bring some of this stuff hard enough, like, action and like, stuff like that. So I do definitely feel the difference between the first one and the second one. And I don't know. I mean, but some people are like really hating on it, and I didn't expect that. Like, I didn't expect people's reactions to be that bad.
It's a different film, and I think, in my opinion at least, when you watch the movie, it feels as if, like, as the movie starts off, it had a lot of, kind of Jeff Johns in that movie, and then as the movie went on, it became more of Patty's movie, and maybe the fact that Stone Quarry took over, and when Zach came on board, and maybe that's when they were allowed to, and she was allowed to kind of make that second half of the movie her movie, because the second half of the movie felt very different from the first half.
Yes.
The mall scene, in my opinion, was unnecessary. It was a theme and a look that I wasn't really feeling from the moment it started. I know they're trying to go for that 80s vibe, but I thought it was a little too cheesy for the 80s. And I know, like, I should say, it's the 80s. The 80s is cheesy. I agree with you, but to what degree are you going to take it that cheesy level?
Yeah.
And the argument can be made that well, they're trying to make it more like an 80s movie, but the fact of the matter is that it's not an 80s movie. It's a current day movie where it takes place in the 80s. I don't think you need to like channel that whole cheesy 80ness to the degree that they did in that mall scene. We had the guy spinning on the rim of the drum, and
I was so mad about that.
I was just like, what in the world? And the little girl, I mean, she was cute and all, but
I liked
that she winked, and then she winked.
That was Amanda Waller, bro.
That was Amanda Waller. It's Amanda Waller. That was the last time she saw. Hey, she was so happy she saw a metahuman. She's like, oh, there you do exist.
Yeah.
No, but I'm gonna use that as leverage. No, but I kind of felt like they could have. I mean, really, they could have totally cut out, which I'm sure someone's gonna do. You could literally cut out that entire scene, and then because the following scene, I want to say they're at Smithsonian going through all the artifacts that they found. And in reality, if you would have saw that scene just as it is, you would have thought, oh, this must be a shipment of artifacts that are being delivered to the Smithsonian. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Then you go from there, which I think they should have done, but maybe, I don't know.
Yeah,
I mean,
okay. When I saw that mall scene, when they released it, like as an exclusive sneak peek or whatever, and they showed the guy spinning on the thing, I was like, no, like I don't like that. Like it made me so.
Or the guy,
mad.
he get his legs swept and he goes up in the sky. He's like,
oh yeah, I know. He's like, whoa.
I know. And I was like, I like seeing her slide on her boots.
oh yeah.
But then, and then the things, and then the guy like, no.
Oh yeah.
The guy's yelling from
so-
across the thing. I was
Yeah.
like,
So
why
you
are
have these
showing it
criminals.
like this?
Yeah, the criminals who are trying to rob
Yes.
a jewelry store that is actually a front for a black market exchange
Yes, which would not be in a mall.
in a
Sorry.
mall in the 80s.
Yeah.
And you can say, well, the malls are big time. I agree here. Arguing this as well. But the fact of the matter is it was that whole scene just didn't make a lot of sense.
Yeah.
If you take the mall scene out, I think it helps the film tremendously. But it is what it is.
Yeah, no.
I don't really care.
But I mean, they're trying to escape. Like they leave the jewelry store / black market, whatever you want to call it, and then they hand off the bags to these other two idiots who are like,
I hated that too. He's like
and the guy's
fumbling.
like fumbling the gun.
I'm like, why couldn't you hold it? Like he couldn't hold the bag. Like that made me so mad. It was
It's just like, what is going on?
Yeah.
And then why even hand it off? But then,
Yeah.
the guy's like, oh, he grabs the kid and he's like, I'm not going back. Like, okay, that's not going to prevent you from going back. It's gonna
It's gonna make it. Actually,
make
it's
a
gonna.
whole lot worse.
Yeah, and also, if you had to grab the kid, you probably could have slid up out of there, and then nobody would have noticed. You know what I'm saying? It was just like,
Yeah. And then the bad guys are like from across the whole whatever you want to call it. He's like, no, put the girl down,
Yes.
stop. It's like,
I don't know
okay,
why
so you're
they
not
showed that
concerned about
guy.
escaping
well,
anymore.
here's
You're
the thing.
concerned
Here's the
about
thing.
the kid
I guess they stick together because normally, if you have a group of dudes who are pulling off a criminal act, when one of them gets caught, the other one's gone. They're not going to stand at the mall and look. No, I would have slid out the door, but Joe.
Yeah, it was a bad call I've had. And, like, why would he hold the girl over? Like, okay, so looking at the big picture of that. Okay, so here. I'm gonna use him. So if I have the child over the thing, right? And I'm like, I don't want to go back. I don't want to go back. So if I stay there long enough, are the cops gonna show up and they're gonna be like, okay, let the kid go and we'll let you leave. Okay. I'm out of here. Next, good deal. No.
I thought they could have. I don't know if they were gonna do that mall scene, they could have had something Like, she does some cool stuff, but
Oh yeah, I like watching her move in the mall scene.
Oh,
Like when
yeah.
she's swinging around, that shit looks
Yes.
cool. It's
Yes.
great. That is great.
Yes.
It's just the context of it is just
unnecessary.
it is, and the what Ryan likes to call the caper was ridiculous. But like the whole thing, it's
Yeah.
I don't know. I would think that it was a lot of Jeff Johns in that opening sequence just to apologize, baby.
Grogu.
Shazam's mall scene was better. Yes, it was.
Oh my god.
Yeah, but you expect it to be kind of funny because it's Shazam.
But
like,
still,
Yeah.
I mean,
when he's like, "Get him, Batman!" like stuff like that is.
yeah, exactly. And he's a kid.
He's
So,
a kid. Yeah.
you know, if you read New 52 Shazam, I mean, that's taken straight from New 52, the basic storyline of Shazam, the movie. And so to me, that was cool because I was like, yeah, I've read this, you know, this is cool. But when it came to Wonder Woman, I mean, kind of like what Ryan was saying earlier, it didn't even need to take place in the 80s. And that could have taken place in modern day. I mean, if they didn't make a point to be like, hey, we're in the 80s, everybody, like you probably wouldn't even know the difference.
Yeah.
And some
Yeah.
scenes you would have because and you know all the guys that were gawking at her, I thought that was more funny because I mean that is an era where guys could do that and it wasn't thought of being as like a pig. It was just like, oh, whatever, they're just guys.
Yeah.
So that was kind of like, geez, wow. But yeah, no, there's some things that definitely could have been improved on.
Here's a question: why didn't she use her flash-like speed to not be seen? Well, I guess depends what she's doing.
Also,
I didn't like that scene either.
do what?
I didn't like that scene at all when she's like running around the city like saving people. Like, okay, it contradicts her character for one because she's like, oh, I turned away from the world of men. You know, but then again, I guess a lot of that dialogue that I'm thinking of came in Justice League with the raw reshoots. But in BVS at the end, she was like, she had her doubts about mankind. So I'm kind of like, well, why would she be running around saving brides from falling off of a balcony and kicking a Trans Am over or whatever? I was just
She did do that. She did. I forgot about that part. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, oh man, this is like treading on Disney status, you know. But
It's wait a minute. Was this question directed at her in the mall? Why she didn't use her flashlight speed?
yeah,
I
Well,
think so.
They,
She can't. I don't think she'd be able to do that in there. Like if she's trying to save the little girl and like, I don't know if it would work in that.
and also you'd have to. They weren't going to make the movie like that just because they want you to actually see her doing some like ridiculously awesome stuff.
Yeah.
And like I said, I love the way she moved around in the mall. It's just a couple of the things, you know. There's a few things. What's that dude doing? It's like.
That's the most annoying part. That and the guy that's like, no, those two things. I'm just like, and the guy like fumbling, can't hold the bag. All those things, I was just like, please no. But yes, that's what I liked about it too. Was like seeing her swing around and use the lasso and like do cool like.
pretty much everything after the mall scene I liked.
Yes,
but
that's probably the and like
the Themyscira scene was really good.
Oh yeah, the games fire.
Yeah,
Great. And then, you know, it just feels like the mall scene, it just doesn't really fit in. And, you know, if that was a scene that they chose to include, like, in the deleted scenes, then one can argue, like, oh, yeah, that should have been in the movie, but then not really, though. It's kind of like, yeah, I can see why they cut it out. But I mean, who knows? It might have just been because it was a big sequence they shot. And maybe that's why Patty was like, no, I don't want to lose this scene. I spent a hell of time making the stupid scene.
Yeah. And like Anthony was saying, like it shows her doing cool stuff. Like you get to see her doing cool things.
Yeah,
I could have done that another type of scene, I guess, too. I don't know.
What they honestly they could have done if they could have done the ball scene and did not have the silly things that were in it. I guess you know what I'm saying. Like still have her move around the mall and do it, but like not have that.
That cartoon stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know. Wasn't good. Wasn't good.
I was glad that since they released that scene beforehand, well, some of it, not all of it, start to finish. I was kind of glad that it was over in the beginning. Like, just kind of got that out of the way, and then like I was like, okay, it's gonna get better after this.
Yeah, I mean, by the time we got to the end, I had totally forgotten about the mall scene.
Yeah.
So much
Yeah.
had happened. I was like, oh yeah, there was that dumbass mall scene earlier. Whatever. Because everything else I thought was, for the most part was good.
Yeah, I thought so too.
Yeah, right.
Sorry, turned you guys up way too loud. I'm just blasted my ears.
Oh, my bad.
No, not you. I turned it up way too loud.
Oh, okay.
I was like, hey, Anthony, quiet down a little bit, all right? You gotta hurt Ali's ears. You gotta be quiet.
Belonged to the Adam West Batman series. Yeah.
It really did. No, but Ryan has a good point too.
Her
Kicking her, you mean, if you watch the movie,
Yeah.
her kicking the sports car with her
He
boot
corrected himself.
would have
Caused a
destroyed
big
that car. Like,
Like when the Batmobile hits Superman. And
Yeah,
he's not even
exactly.
moving, he's just standing there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, once, so if we're gonna move through it, like once the mall scene is over with, then the movie kind of starts to take a shape. I mean, it goes immediately into Barbara dropping the papers, got dudes looking at her like, yo, who is this trash? Like, you know what I'm talking about? Like going through, she's like, can you give me some help picking up these papers? And then the dude just like,
but even that was kind of cheesy though. Like when she,
but that wasn't that bad because they had to establish. They had
very
to
cliche, very cliche, but I mean,
Yeah.
it worked. That was, okay,
they had to establish that she gets no respect in the office before she makes that wish. They had to establish that, and she got no respect. They were cold. I was like, dude, damn.
in general, they're like staring at her like.
And then her boss didn't even know her name.
Yeah, her boss
Just
didn't. Oh,
hired
you hired me. She's like, what? So like, yeah. So I like that part. I like that everything leading up to everything where Diana comes in and helps her because obviously that's Diana, and then she comes in talking about, yo, the FBI wants you to look at these, these artifacts that came from the mall bust or whatever. So that and you know what? That is exactly why that scene. One of the reasons why that scene was there. As much as ridiculous as we think the mall scene is, they wanted to have a way for it to tie forward to exactly why.
Yeah.
See, I would have thought that all those artifacts, like he was actually kind of like a fake rich person, so like it couldn't have came from Maxwell Lord. Like, hey, these are all courtesy of Maxwell Lord. He wants us to take a look at these and see what we think, and that's then he identified the dreamstone. He's like, oh, there it is. I've been looking for this for years, But how would he even know about it? How do you know what dreamstone? How do you know about it? I don't know how he knew. I mean, he was just running around being as he called himself a loser. And the other guy was like, you're a loser. I was like, God damn. But they find it.
Go ahead.
They find the dreamstone, and they don't really understand what it is. You got their coworker who makes the wish about, I wish someone would bring me some coffee, and the guy brought him coffee. He's like, oh, wow. And like, I mean, obviously nobody notices that when they make a wish that a gust of wind comes out of nowhere instead of a building like that. Whoa, what the hell was that?
I told my husband that. I was like, aren't they noticing that? And he's like, I think it's just for the audience.
But,
oh,
but that goes back to like even what Enosh was arguing as well, is that they were trying to make it like an 80s movie. If it was an 80s movie and you saw that gust of wind, you wouldn't think like, oh, come on. You'd be like, okay, yeah, that makes sense. That's the magic kicking in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I mean, there's only, like I said, you can only take us to the 80s to a certain extent. You can't get like too stupid.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
See, that's why someone said earlier about 80s music, and no. The only time you really kind of hear some music is like at the gala, like loud music. But it's not like a popular 80s song or something, Like, I don't think that would have really been necessary. I think it kind of would have thrown off the movie for sure, just because it's set in the 80s. Like, I guess it depends what kind of movie you're making that's set in the 80s, but for this, I don't think having 80s music was necessary.
Yeah, I don't think it was necessary. I mean, it would have been nice, but yeah.
But the Themyscira, I had the same.
No, yeah.
I was totally. I could watch like almost a whole movie on Themyscira. Like,
yeah.
I love seeing it in the
Hopefully
first movie.
they go back there in the next movie, by the way.
Yes, I hope so too. Oh,
I think they're gonna
Zack
have to at
Snyder's
this point.
Justice League too.
Yeah.
We'll get to see some. Steppenwolf is there, so we'll get to see them at that time. Probably more than we got to see in the theatrical version.
And I really hope that in Justice League they put up a better fight than they did in Justice League, because I mean,
Politics will be fighting.
Yeah, because I mean they just look terrible. They have like arrows, and he just like kick and nicks it out of the way. Like, okay, what are they really gonna do?
Love me.
I
You
hate
all
that.
will.
And then
What?
I hate
Where did
his
that come
mouth.
from?
Oh my god! I told my husband his mouth when they play that scene. Cause
Yeah.
we'll watch some of the scenes on YouTube just to like laugh,
Yeah.
And like especially now that we know it's coming out, it's more tolerable. You could just laugh at it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hate that his mouth looks like, not to be mean, looks like like when old people talk and they don't have teeth. I don't know why they look like that. That's what his mouth looks like. He's like,
Yeah, it's just really bad.
and I don't mean that in a mean way. I mean it doesn't make sense for him to look like that. And this, what villain says that?
Exactly.
I had tweeted about that, and then I put like a GIF with like a WTF face, and someone replied and was like, "That was a Joss line," because I put like Justice League, Steppenwolf or whatever.
Yeah.
Put the line, and I was like, I didn't think that was like I didn't know that one was like under speculation. I'm pretty sure that I thought that one was
that
obvious,
line.
but it's terrible.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a chance that line could be in Zach's movie. I hope not. I really hope not. But it doesn't make. It's one of those lines where it doesn't make much sense. Exactly. Like, you know. They don't even go into the fact that like his mother Hegra is her you know she's trapped in that mother box, what I call a mother box, and he's like, "Mother, long have we been separated." It's kind of like, what?
Worthy to touch mother, and I'm like,
yeah, you're just like, what are you talking about? You haven't even established that yet, and they left it in. They were just like in the editing room. They're just like, yeah, that's good, yeah, keep that. That's the way it is, yeah.
But back to Themyscira,
don't work on his mustache.
Yeah, I do think they'll put up more of a fight. You see like a whole army of them coming.
Yeah.
Themyscirans, and when Zack Snyder had said that Steppenwolf is basically hacking people in half, I'm pretty sure some of those are Amazons.
Yeah, I could have easily been easily.
Like they show her in the theatrical version, they show him like swing his axe at an Amazon on the horse, but she just falls off. I'm pretty sure.
He cuts her in half, yeah.
Yeah.
That'll be fire.
And then there's one where he does the same thing, and then the scene cuts, so you don't see what happens to her. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, because she's firing the arrow, and it's like, and then it cuts next scene.
Yeah.
Gotta keep it.
Yeah.
13.
She's actually that's the same Amazonian that is standing next to
young Diana.
Young Diana, and she comes in third place in the end.
Yes.
That's the same one. Yeah.
That's her.
Yeah,
like someone's uncle.
I've tried really hard to get her to come on the 4 Nerd Show too. I've gotten 0 response. All right, yeah, her name
we'll get her one day.
Yeah, if you're out there listening, hit me up.
Yes.
Line now.
Drop me a line.
Yeah,
Definitely
so this line. This was actually a pretty good line from him.
Oh yeah.
But
yeah,
then
that was a good one.
Show like that's why they definitely the action doesn't match. Like there's more.
Yeah, because there was no blood on Themyscira, so like him saying that makes 0 sense. Yeah.
And his axe had like some red on it, but that wasn't blood. It was just like the color. His whole color scheme. Yeah, she did.
Yeah.
You know, Frank, it's gonna be a bloodbath in ZSJL. Yeah, I know.
300 style. Yeah, it's gonna be crazy. Jesus, he is tall.
Oh, Jesus, he is tall. Or the sorry guys, I didn't bring a sword. He looks like how fat in his suit. He's like, I didn't bring a sword. And it's just like, oh God.
How do you know that?
What her name? It's probably in the if you watch the credits and stuff. Yeah. Or she
Ryan,
I follow her.
Ryan knows a lot. Ryan knows a lot. I'm not trying to give him credit. He rolled up off his head. He's like, oh, was it Milana?
He does actually. When he's in the comments, he does. Well, and also I think she mentions it on her because I follow her on Instagram, so I think she has mentioned it before because she posts a lot of pictures of that, like between Wonder Woman.
Dudes. Cool.
Yeah.
See them.
Why
was Batman talking to the thief on the roof?
Oh my God! Why?
People say that too. Like,
let's not go there.
I know.
Dude comes hopping up like he's like hopping up.
What was that?
Is it because he's gone? And they're like, okay, what the
Superman?
Fuck? An alien from another world? A scout. He's like, it's because he's gone, isn't it? Superman. What does that mean for us? It's just so bad. You're just
dude.
They watched that and then they were like, yeah, that's what I'm talking about, Joss. Way to bring it on home.
Fist bumps all around. Fist bumps all around. Bonuses all around. No, How
do
about
it.
no?
How about no?
How about no?
Yeah, but jumping back,
Yeah.
I don't even know. Are we still talking Wonder Woman
I
84?
know, we still
Hey,
talking
ladies and
about
gentlemen,
mascara.
welcome to Ali's channel. We're talking about Wonder Woman 84. But
Spoilers.
spoilers, yes, spoilers. Where were we at when we
The
left? I
mascara.
can't.
The mascara.
Yeah, no, well, we jumped at the mascara, but really in the
Mm-hmm.
storyline, we were they got the artifacts, they made the wishes,
Mm-hmm.
and then
You start seeing
Maxwell
Barbara
Lord
at
later
this point.
shows up, and
Mm-hmm.
he already knows about the Dreamstone,
Yeah.
which is kind of like I don't
It was
know,
supposed to go to him.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
but even then, it's like
Found.
it's kind of like you didn't even know like how did he find out about it? Like how did he know about it? Who knows?
Yeah.
And then he essentially wishes to become.
No, you
the
remember when the scene where Diana and Steve are in his office.
He has a bunch of artifacts.
Yeah, he has a bunch of like notes about the stone. So you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So he had been tracking it for some time.
Tracked it down. Yeah.
Yeah, and he was supposed to get it from that storefront, that jewelry store, and then he didn't get it because they got busted or whatever. So
Yeah.
he was looking for it.
Well, I mean, do you blame him? I mean, look, the guys he hired to get the stone. I mean, those guys were the biggest bumbling idiots I've ever seen in my life. Like Anthony and I could have better than those guys. I mean, those were terrible. I mean, like the Three Stooges. I mean, it was so bad.
Yeah, it was terrible. It was terrible.
Oh, and another thing that doesn't make any sense. Okay, real quick, in the mall scene, the heist. So two guys are outside the store. Two guys go inside the store, and they walk in. And they walk in, and the guy goes, "You know why we're here? We know what's going on back there." And the very next scene, those same two guys are walking into the back room, and he shuts the door. So I'm like, okay, you're telling me that all the employees are like, okay, everyone just stay in one spot and don't move. They would have booked out.
You could run. Called a cop. They could have did a lot of different things.
They didn't know there was two more guys outside. They didn't know that.
Dude,
So I was
dude.
like, how are you-
Dude picks up the phone off the payphone. He's like, "Oh, it's so bad, man." One of the dudes they had watching out for him. I was like,
Yeah, you're just like, oh
They
god.
didn't have to show. Yeah, it was just. It could have been, like you said, it could have been done
Mhm.
better if they were going to do a scene like that. But,
Mhm.
and then going back to Barbara making her wish, like, I mean, this probably sounds stupid, but I didn't expect it to show, like, something happening so fast to her. Like, as soon as she woke up.
"Oh yeah." As soon as she said, "Oh, I can only imagine," it was like,
Yeah, and then she woke up and she's like, "Oh, I'm gonna dress different, and I'm gonna, she automatically." I mean, that was probably like a stupid thing to say, but
"Oh yeah, that's right." She did. She woke up in the office and she was like, "Oh, my."
Take off my skirt stuff.
And then
Yeah,
she-
I'm just gonna tear it. And oh, look, there's a new outfit. I just kind of made that on the fly. And everybody's like, "Oh, hey, what's up? Look at this girl." It's kind of like, oh, okay. All she had to do was tear her just kind of rip apart her clothes.
Yeah,
and they're
yeah,
like, oh yeah. It was just like, man.
But I did like seeing like her progression as character though. Like
Yeah, definitely.
Going into it, like
"Oh, she was great."
Yeah, when she was announced as being Cheetah, I was like, I mean, I just see her as a comedic actor. Like, I know,
Yeah.
okay, there are comedic actors who do perfectly fine.
She caught her off guard.
Like,
Oh.
I was like, really? Because she's like SNL. Like,
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
just surprised that they got a person. I know, like Jim Carrey, like those kind of people, they can obviously hold like a dramatic role, but you're used
Yeah.
to seeing them in like comedy.
Yeah.
So I wasn't 100% sure at her being a villain. But then, I mean, I was becoming a little bit more convinced when people who, like, the reviews started coming out and people were pretty impressed with her. And I was like, oh, okay, maybe she didn't do a bad job. So I think, like, showing her change over the course of the movie, like, I appreciated that, like, I was like, oh, it was better than I expected as far as, like, her being a comedic actor.
No, she did a great
Pretty sure
job.
she killed that guy.
Which guy?
The guy that she was kicking. across the.
I'm sure he had massive
Oh.
internal bleeding and
Yeah, he just did. Yeah.
broken ribs. He's like, ah, and then the other guy's like, oh, Bobber, what are you doing? You know,
Yeah,
She's
that
like,
idiot. I liked the score right there too. I liked the score on that.
mind your own business.
Yeah.
Ooh, you got him.
Nah,
Yeah.
I think
I liked
Kristen killed it. She when they cast her, I was like, oh, well, he said Kristen
Yeah.
Wiig is not sexy like that.
But that she was. They like the rapist was Joss Whedon.
Oh, Ryan, come on, this is a family show.
Yeah. Oh, who put that? Ryan did. But no. I thought Kristen killed it when they cast her. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because I was just like to wait and see, just because it's.
Yeah.
We've seen it happen before. I mean, even Michael Keaton coming from Mr. Mom to be Batman. You know what I'm saying? So like, when they cast her, I was like, okay, let's see where this goes. It could be good. I think she killed it. Her character progression throughout the movie. She went from the Kristen Wiig we know, where she's like, oh, I like those shoes, whatever that little growl she did.
Yeah.
But she's like, but then she went to at the end of the movie. She's like, that scene on the plane when Maxwell was like, I'm feeling generous. Will you have another wish? And she was just like, yo, I want to be an apex predator. Like she impressed me. She impressed me. So
yeah.
I hope she gets brought back at some point in time, because I thought she played the character well.
Well,
But I mean, yeah. Go ahead.
Patty Jenkins had said that they left that door open on purpose. Like at the end, spoiler alert.
Oh, well, yeah.
When you don't see her renounce her wish, but you don't see her in the cheetah form anymore, she had said that they left that ambiguous, like, on purpose to kind of see if you could. Well, speaking of that, yeah, I liked Pedro Pascal a lot.
Yeah, Pedro was fire.
Very good job.
He did
Very
such
good job.
a great job in that role. I wish we would have seen her transform into Cheetah. Like,
Yeah.
physically. I expected to see something like that. I wonder if they shot something like that. I don't know. Like, I thought that would have been pretty cool to see her physically transform into Cheetah.
When she at that point in the movie, if they did shoot it, I know why they probably, because like at that point in the movie, like there was so much shit happening at the same time. It was just like
the slide in the scene of her like
like Michael Jackson or
yeah.
Michael Jackson on Thriller, like like
Well, they could have shown it they could have shown
Yeah.
something real quick and then cut.
yeah.
They could have shown her just really quick, like starting, and then they could have cut to it, and then the next time you see her, like that's when her and Diana meet.
Yeah.
Whatever. So I wish they would have shown at least a little bit, like starting to tease it. Mm-hmm. You know, I think.
Yeah, because she was just like, yo, I want to be an apex predator, and the next time you see her, she's just like, which they kind of, when he first gets in there and starts doing his speech on TV, where his the satellites are projecting his signal all over, you see her kind of like and then she just dips out, and then that's it.
Yeah, she's like, I'm out of here.
Yeah,
Well, she got electrocuted. I mean, I'm sure it didn't feel good.
Yeah.
she just survived it though.
I was like, oh shoot.
But you know what was interesting was that the whole so there's the whole renouncing the wish thing. Okay, the whole wishes thing in general. I mean, look, when you talk about topics in movies that have always been up to debate, when you talk about wishes, it always leads to all kinds of plot holes. The same thing goes with time travel as well. There's always an argument for why this could be a plot hole. But what I thought was cool was that when the scene and when spoilers. As the scene in when she renounces her wish to have Steve Trevor, as she's running away and she renounces the wish, you can see her wounds immediately start to heal. And which I thought was a really cool detail they added. I mean, I thought that was really cool. It shows that she's getting stronger, and I liked how they established that she could fly, because.
Favorite part.
Well, and I know some people were saying how could she fly? She didn't fly in BVS, but if you look at it, she kind of did.
That's how she got there.
Yeah, I mean, she landed from the sky and she came from the airport. She caught a cab and got all the way down to the Port of Gotham and that quickly. No,
Yes.
no Ubers didn't get you there that fast. So no, she flew there, she landed, and then she started kicking ass.
Yeah, people have commented the same thing on my channel. Like, why do you think I wish they would have shown her flying BVS or Justly? I'm like, no, because, well, for me, my thing was that I think they wanted to show her learning how to fly, in her own movie. Not just like, oh, here, this is her first appearance, and we're gonna show everything she can do. You know, like
Well,
they gotta
yeah.
save some stuff for her own movie.
But then they also left plot holes based on that scene. I mean, they showed her running and she starts flying, and then she's going to get Maxwell Lord. She's gonna go take him on. But then when she gets there, she has the freaking armor on, which was back at her apartment or at her office. Or I think it was at her.
Show her go and get it.
Yeah, they do show her go and get it.
She goes to her apartment.
Yeah,
and then,
dude.
Like you just see her rip that like cover off. That she has it.
Yeah,
I don't remember that scene.
Yeah, hey, Andre, I missed it the first time too. I missed it the first time I watched it. That when I came back and watched it again, I was like looking for that because when she showed, I was like, wait a minute, what? My wife's like, yeah, she wouldn't got that, and I was like, I was probably looking at my phone like an idiot. But yeah, she goes and gets it like from the damn from where, where Steve sees it at inside of her little bat cave she had.
Her little thing.
Yeah. She flew in Justice League Carver.
Yeah, I mean, when she showed up to the battle, when her entrance in BVS, I was like, she had to have flew there.
Yeah. Flied is fine. You can say flied.
She had to have flew
She
there.
had to fly there.
I was like, okay. And she just drops out of the sky, like, pretty sure she was flying. So,
Yeah,
but they
because the
not gonna
building behind
show
them was
that,
already
right?
decimated, so it wasn't like she was hiding up on top of the building, like, oh,
Yeah.
jump down. You know what I mean?
And she said she just left from there, like, yeah, she flew there.
But see, but here's my
they're
thing
not
though, is
gonna
that
show
she
that.
she didn't have a shield, she didn't have a sword in this movie at all, right? Which is understandable. I mean, you can't go running around with a shield and a sword like she's in the first one. Now she realized, okay, that's kind of I can't really do that. But her sword got destroyed in the first one.
Mm-hmm.
So where does she get the sword and the shield when she's in
BVS?
BVS?
Yeah, it's a different. Well, they're obviously a different one. Like her shield even looks different from.
But that's why I always thought that if they make a Wonder Woman 3,
She goes back.
That it should take place right before BBS happens, and then the end of the movie should lead her story into BBS. So then everything is all now current from whatever you're seeing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, my husband said the same thing. He was like, "Well, especially when you see her sword get destroyed in the first one."
Yeah, I was like, well, wait a minute.
It's like, oh well, his thinking is that like since they have all these artifacts left from the gods and stuff like that, she probably just, I mean, she gets more.
Well, and then the other theory too that I thought what it could have been was that the sword that she has in BBS, I thought it'd be kind of cool if that was the sword of Alexander, because remember he goes, it's a fake. The real one
sits the same thing.
Sits above the bed of the Sultan of Hajjat.
Like, no.
But how would she know that unless she was there and she got it from him? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, because she knows all that stuff.
I know, but I'm saying like that could have been a tie-in. Like, oh, in the next movie you see when she gets it, you're like, oh, I get it now. There it is. She stole it. That's how she knew that.
Her running also, yeah.
Like I said, the visual effects, dude. Yeah. So obviously, Patty Jenkins has said numerous times that she wanted to go more practical with the VFX. So they did, and when she's running after she denounces or whatever, spoilers. If y'all didn't, this is a spoiler review if you're here. But anyway, she denounced her wish, and she's running. Oh, it looks. I
didn't think that was as bad as the running on the highway when they're in the car driving, and she's like. And she's like, hang on. And all of a sudden she's like in her outfit. And she's like, and she's running. Oh, we got a super chat.
Super chat.
That's my brother.
Oh, what's good?
Pino Grigio.
I didn't even know he knew I had a channel.
I like how he puts no comment either.
He just straight money. Never even text me back. Put him on blast. See,
he's gonna be like, give my $9 back.
Making up for it.
Hey y'all, I'll be right back.
So, but no, she jumps out of the car and she's like running, and the camera is like showing her face, and she's like running on the highway, and like you don't see any wind hitting her face. It just looks like it looks really fake. It looks like she's running on a treadmill in front of a green screen with a fan on her. I was kind of like, oh man, really? Like that could have been a little bit better, yeah. And just like what Ryan said, the brakes still work. I mean, these guys are like, what?
It's That's one thing I thought too. Oh, shout out. Yes, shout out. I don't ever know how to say your name. Vivek Shaw. Thank you. You're a big
Vivek.
supporter of my channel. I appreciate it.
Yeah, Vivek Shaw.
Yeah, I didn't like how the background looked. Like, it just looked too fake.
They look hella
The
fake.
scenery looked way too fake. But I liked some of the other parts of that scene. Like, there were scenes I liked about it. I liked when she saved the kids. I liked that they were still showing her, like...
Hey, when she saves the kids, she swings over, she grabs the kids, and then she goes rolling on the highway. Like, those kids would have been jacked up, like fractured backs, cracked skulls.
I know. I liked some of it.
But that's what I'm saying. That was that, like, instead of grabbing them and rolling, like they should have just made it to where like she grabs them and then she like digs her back into the ground, like and the street gets all jacked up, and then like, oh yeah.
I didn't understand why she held on for so long. Like, if she was gonna, if eventually she like pulls the under part of the truck and that's how it flips. But she like was under there for a long time. She did it for a long time, but did you get my question? Yeah, sorry, the chat's moving kind of fast.
We got another super chat.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. The purple, let's see. Purple Lord.
I was going to say that too.
Happy to find your channel. My microphone's always too low. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you need to move it closer to your mouth.
Well, I know. I moved it away because we were trying to figure out why there was an echo.
Oh.
Hey.
So that's why. Is that better?
A little bit.
Okay.
The echo's never going to go away, so
it is
might as well have
it. It is turned up all the way.
It sounds better now.
Okay. I moved it away because I wasn't sure if it was making the echo too bad, so that's why.
Yeah.
Yeah.
More super chats.
Thank you guys. You guys are so nice.
Look at Frank. I was so scared for the kids on the highway getting their heads cracked open, landing on.
Okay. I was like, oh my god, these people, these guys driving these like dolls, don't even pay attention. That there's kids in the road, they don't even care.
They're out in the middle of the desert, and this kids playing soccer in the middle of the street. Like, whoa, hey.
Hey, that's actually pretty spot on.
It's pretty accurate though. Even like the cultural setting.
No, I'm just saying.
And like the environment. Yeah.
Well,
it's pretty accurate.
Anthony's been out there, so.
Yeah. But yeah, that was the one that got me. Yeah, that was the one that got me. In that's the one me and my wife looked at each other. She was like, that didn't look good at all.
No,
when she catches those kids and they roll on the ground, like you see mannequin arms. They're like dolls. They're fake human beings.
Yes. She's having.
I was like,
she should have landed in the ground and skid through the ground like a meteor. You know what I mean? Like
like Neo when he gets punched in the Matrix, like when he goes through like that, and with the kids, because it looks so. I didn't
want to show kids dying, Nick. What I wanted her to like hit the ground harder and like skid in the ground and like.
No, Nick, we don't want.
I'm saying, no, I want to see their neck snap.
What I'm saying is
it didn't look realistic enough.
Yeah. We live in an age.
You want to kill the kids? No, I'm not saying
we live in an age in film where like we've seen some fire like CGI, and I know Patty wanted to go practical. I know she did, but dude, that scene.
That was too practical.
Oh man, that was practical to the 10th power, dude. She had like the kids are stiff. Like I've seen it 4 times. Like when you see it. And Ryan, when I talked to Ryan earlier, he said he finally, when he went back and watched it, he saw it. The kids they're just stiff. It's just like they're mannequins. And I was like, oh.
I'm gonna go check again. Thanks, Tina. Her pushing the truck and flipping it was cool as hell. A great concept for a movie was somewhere in this movie. I was telling Andre when you left for a second, Anthony.
Yeah.
There were things about the scene that I liked.
Yeah.
But like you said, I think what takes you out of it is.
I hate that we have to do that though.
I know.
We dissect it where it's like these are the mistakes they made, but it has a meaning, Like,
well, that's the thing. Like it, those little things take you out of the scene when stuff looks too fake.
Yeah, you're just like, oh, that was fake.
The running in the scene now when she's renouncing her wish, and then on the highway, it doesn't look like she's on the ground. Like it's weird.
Well, she's not. She's on wires because they've shown that you.
Well, I know, but like it doesn't look. It's not supposed to look like she's on wires.
No, I know. And so when you run, there's a certain action in your legs because it's hitting the pavement or wherever you're running.
Yeah.
So there's a certain.
I mean,
think about this. And I'm sure we'll see it with even the trailer for Zack Snyder's Justice League. When the Flash runs, you could tell he's running on something.
Yes.
His feet are hitting. Hers was just like wheels. Her legs were just like, and it was just like. I was like, oh, come on, dude. Like.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I wish it would have looked like she was. That's what I mean. Like, I wish it would look like she was on the ground. Like,
yeah.
And I like the scenes where she's using the lasso to like fly, kind of.
Yeah, to propel herself.
Yeah,
yes.
I like that. You know.
Yeah, that was cool because she would use that and take off again, and then all of a sudden she's like, "Oh wait, I can just fly."
Mm-hmm.
It's like, "Oh, okay, cool."
That was my favorite part. Sorry.
I mean, they
That was
really
my
try to
favorite
make it
part.
like kid friendly or family friendly. The movie.
Yeah.
And I think that's where they failed. That's where it failed. The guys, Allie, thank you so much for having me on here. I got to go because I have a sweet potato mash that I have to finish off, and my turkey's ready to be cut. So I'm making a whole meal right now. So, but in between, I was on with Zero Fed and I was on with you. This was fun, you guys. And like I said, thank you so much for having me on, Anthony, as always.
Thank you guys so much.
It's not my show. It's our show.
I see you all the time, I'm saying.
You can thank him too. It's fine. Thank you so much, Nicotina, for stopping by. I really appreciate it. I know you had a lot going on. So thanks so much. Thank you.
Of course.
Thank you for all the support on the channel too. And tell everyone where they can find you real quick before you leave.
You can find me on Twitter at Nicotina_show.
You can actually find it at 2279 ACS.
There we go. Yeah, you'll get your chance later. And you can also find me on YouTube at the Nicotina Show, where I have a show. I try to do one almost every night. Well, not tonight, but it's called The Midnight Run. We just go over all kinds of movie news, DC news, all kinds of stuff, and a lot more. So, yeah, a lot of fun, guys. Check it out on Twitch as well. You can also follow me on Vero on Instagram. I'm all over the place. So, guys, Allie, thank you so much for having me on.
All right, man. I'll talk to you.
See you next time.
Woo,
Thank you for the super
So another
chat.
super chat. Hey, you bringing it in.
Thanks so much, Alejandro.
What's the Sam Benjamin, Ryan Reynolds, Hal Jordan, Green Lantern, and Zack Snyder Justice League? There we go. Hashtag Restore the Snyderverse, everybody. All right,
all of
there.
them.
And I forgot to say, you can also find me Thursdays at 7:30 p.m. Eastern on the Four Nerds. I got you. You thought I forgot, didn't you?
Yeah. I was about to
Go
come
on,
down.
go on.
Okay, good.
All right, I'll see you guys later.
Support him.
All right, man.
Thank you so much, Alejandro. What's a Sam Benjamin, Ryan Reynolds, Hal Jordan, Green Lantern? It's Sam Benjamin. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think so.
I mean, that's probably a foregone conclusion by now. So we'll see for sure next year. We'll see for sure. But I think that is, if you're gonna bet your money, I would say I'd bet it on Sam Benjamin.
Yeah. But that was my favorite scene. Her learning how to fly, and when they were in the jet, I kind of saw that coming. Like when he was talking about flying, I was like, I think he's teaching her. She's gonna learn how to fly. Based on the stuff that he's saying.
from his description, yeah. And then when she did it though, like she brought his. Yeah, she heard him and stuff. That actually, I have to say that scene. The only thing about it though was when she was just like the way she made it invisible. She's like, I've done this one time before, or whatever. But that once she made the jet invisible and they flew through the fireworks, it was fire. I like that entire thing.
Yes.
Obviously, those two have chemistry, the actors, because of the first movie, and then as Diana and Steve. That was a really good scene. I like seeing it. And this is probably, this movie is probably the last time we're going to see Steve in a movie. You know what I'm saying? So I thought that like scenes like that were important, and I thought that stood out to me.
Yeah, I really liked that scene too. And like before the movie came out, people were talking about like, is she going to have an invisible jet? Like, how are they going to do it? And I liked the way they did it. Like, yeah, I know she made the quip about a coffee mug or whatever and losing it, but like I I liked them showing her use that power. Like it was pretty cool to bring that in, and show like oh it makes that's how Zeus
Yeah, that's how
covered
Zeus
how
hid Themyscira from everybody. Yes.
yeah, which is
Yes,
weird
you're
to
right.
me that it's not impenetrable. But anyway,
Yeah.
it's just hidden. Jeffrey said I just wanted to see lasso scenes and her flying and powerful using the sword and her shield against some gods or something. Yeah, well,
Hopefully the next movie.
it will
Hopefully.
be. Let's bring up that picture. Speaking of that,
All right.
not from Wonder Woman 84, but
But from
yeah, since we didn't get to see her shield and her sword, but I do think that I don't know how it would have fit in with this movie though.
No,
It wouldn't have really. Like I don't think it would have
she
been
wouldn't
necessary.
have. Yeah, I can't. Even with the mall scene that we've had plenty of discussion about,
Yeah.
if she's at the mall and she has a sword and a shield and the lasso, it just doesn't.
No.
It wouldn't. As much as that scene didn't fit in the movie, we've already discussed that. But like, if she would have been in there with a sword and a shield, I mean, Christopher. Yeah, no, yeah. If that would have been. I don't know. It wouldn't have looked good. They said that they would fully explain why she didn't have it. I guess they were just saying it
That's
that
true.
what's that? The plane scene? What?
No, sorry, what you were saying.
Oh yeah. They
Yeah.
Patty said and several. I think I don't know if Gal said it or not, but they said that it would be explained in this movie why she doesn't have. Obviously, the sword got destroyed in Wonder Woman. Maybe she hadn't found another one yet or whatever. And that was another thing I was skeptical of when the movie was, and it was done, but they were advertising it or whatever, and they were like, "Yo, no sword and shield." I was like, "Well, how? If she has this golden armor, she had to have went back to Themyscira to get it."
That's what I
But
thought
the-
was gonna happen.
Yeah, but then they explained that too as well as so. What'd you think about that one? The scene where obviously spoilers. It was Linda Carter.
Yeah.
That entire the way she got the armor.
Yeah, I guess like her getting new armor kind of made up for not having a shield and a sword in a
Yes.
way. But and like I said, the villains in this movie, it would not have made sense for her to have a sword and a shield. Like
Yeah.
she's not gonna I mean, in the first movie, she's fighting a god and she's going into a war.
Yeah. Fighting
So it
Nazis
makes
and
sense,
shit. Yeah.
and she's going to the outside world for the first time, and she's fighting Ares. Sorry, excuse me. And in BVS, she fighting Doomsday. So it makes sense. In this movie, it would not have been necessary for her to use it. And I think
No.
they showed her doing some cool stuff with the lasso. There was some cool lasso action. But the armor was cool, and I was glad that they had a backstory on it.
Yeah.
And the only thing is that when she was showing Steve Trevor what happened with the lasso, using the lasso to show him, I don't understand. Okay. Why? Okay, if she was sacrificing herself while the rest of the Amazons escaped to Themyscira or whatever, fighting the army of men.
The Spartans from 300. That's what it looked like.
Yeah, basically. I don't understand why they would just be trying to fight her. Like they wouldn't go after the Amazons that are leaving. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I can't. At first, I was like, they're showing her just cover herself up. And I like that she said like all the Amazons gave her their armor or whatever.
Yeah.
But if that's the case, like, wouldn't they just go and fight the Amazons that don't? I don't know.
That
You know
don't
what I
have
mean?
the yeah.
But
Yeah.
anyway, like, during the credit scene, now I was like, oh, that's why they only showed her eyes. Like, they didn't show her face. Mm-hmm. Because they wanted to have Linda Carter at the end.
Yeah, when I saw her eyes, I told my wife, I was like, "Yo, that was Linda Carter."
Yeah.
She's like, "Really?" I was like, "Yeah, dude, those eyes are like unmistakable." I mean, we've
You know those eyes.
yes, yeah, and that the eyebrow as well too. So yeah,
I honestly thought
yeah, I get you though. I didn't even think about it, and I've seen the movie several times. Yeah, that's weird that they would concentrate their attack on just one person when the rest of the Amazons are trying to escape with
Yeah.
zero armor and whatever. But that's
But I mean, like she said, I only found her armor. I didn't find her.
Yes.
So then,
which was good.
It's
Yeah.
like, oh, I wonder now that you know that there's another Amazon on the Earth
Yeah, and
or
also
an outside world, whatever.
also, I think she done age Linda Carter. Like, yo, what's up with that?
I know she looks so beautiful still, and I was
Yeah.
as soon as the credit scene came on, and I was like, oh, there she is. I
Yeah.
was like, there's Linda Carter. I thought it was cool that they, like, because there was rumors that she was going to be in the movie somehow,
Yeah.
but I kept waiting. I was like, wonder how they're going to, if she is going to be in the movie. I wonder
The way they
how-
brought her in, I liked it. I really did. That
Me too.
in other words, it wasn't like I know she was on Supergirl,
Yeah,
and she was like
she's
the president. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which was cool, but like I was hoping they just wouldn't just bring her in
Throw her
for like okay, say for instance in the beginning when they had the games, if you would have saw her mother Hippolyta, and then like Linda Carter was like her right hand or something like the way they brought her, I thought it was fire. I thought it was fire the way they worked her into the story. It made sense but yeah, like you said, that's an odd thing, but I mean for movie making
But
purposes.
it's for the story and I like it. I guess it works for like that she was like their fiercest warrior.
Yes,
Like, I like
that-
that
that-
the way they described her like that, and then you're like, oh, it's Linda Carter. That's really cool to
Yeah.
give her that homage in that way. Like she was
Mm-hmm.
our fiercest Amazon warrior, and she sacrificed herself for the rest of us. Like, well, we know she didn't, but she
Yeah.
stayed behind. Mm-hmm. So I thought that was pretty cool. I liked
Maybe,
that.
maybe the next one they'll show how she got out of that situation with all of those, That also, I also like the way that they showed that flashback, and then when Wonder Woman is fighting Cheetah, like Cheetah's just ripping that armor up, like that just shows the strength there because she said, "I want Diana's power," what was her wish or whatever.
Yep.
So like, yeah, I like that one.
I like that too. Zach said that Diana goes back to Themyscira for the first time since the first Wonder Woman. Oh, well, did he say that? He might have.
Oh, I don't know, dude. He's done a lot of interviews, and that's
He said a lot, so
Yeah.
he might have. And especially over the past couple of years, he has said a lot. So that may be true.
shoot. In the
Maybe
past
true.
couple weeks, he's done so much.
Oh my god, I know. It's like I can't even
Yeah.
track. No build up for that armor though. Really, it's just stashed away in her apartment. Should have had Linda Carter pass on the armor to help her regain some of her lost powers before. Well, that's a cool idea, but probably would have been hard to fit. I don't know.
Yeah,
It's like a 2.5 hour movie already.
Yeah, and also to keep up with the storyline and to keep up with the like the impact that those wishes have, they
Yeah.
she had to renounce her wish in order to, because when she made the wish, obviously we didn't hear her wish because she just said I can only imagine and did something and then the little breeze came through, but like in order for that to have an impact, they
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. So obviously, because it takes something away from you, and it took it and gave it to Barbara.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
But she didn't have the like humanity anymore. She didn't have like her compassion anymore. She
No.
was just getting the physical part of it.
yeah, and it took from Barbara. Yeah, exactly. So she lost all of that. Yeah.
Yeah. So, did I miss them explaining why she? No, they didn't explain anything about that. But it's fun. I totally forgot, Anthony. You're right that they said that it would.
They said
sense
that
why
it
she
would.
didn't have it.
Yeah, they
never
didn't say it would explain it. They just said it would make sense why. And what you said is perfectly right there. It doesn't make. I mean, obviously she's fought Cheetah before in the comics with a sword and shield, but like that in the
But
Cheetah's
in
on
the
another
movie,
level
yeah.
in the comics. You know what I mean? And so
Yeah.
like they were. Well, I mean, at the type of movie this was, she wasn't about to be fighting Cheetah with a sword. Like they ain't about to show Cheetah getting cut up, and that just wasn't happening here at
Would
all.
have been too. Yeah. I mean, she wasn't trying to kill her.
Yeah, she
You
wasn't
know? Like,
exactly.
she wasn't trying to kill her. She was kind of trying to like help her because
Mm-hmm.
she's like, you did like, why did you do this? Like, why did you turn yourself into this?
Yeah.
But no, like I said, it would have. I mean, I can't wait to see her with it again.
Yes.
But
Because it's going to be fire.
but at the same time, I understand why they didn't have it for this story. It would, like, even when in the White House, when Steve tries to get a sword.
Yeah, what's she going to be doing? Cutting Secret Service dudes in half? Exactly. Yeah.
I wanted to see Cheetah scratching. Yeah, their fight was a little.
I like the fight. Wish it was longer, and wish it would have been. I guess the armor is the excuse that they would use as to why she didn't get to her, because she was pretty much covered head to toe. Her helmet didn't come off until she got in the water. So, that's probably what they would say. But it would have been fire to see some scratches, some blood. Yeah. Yeah, Ali got to come on 4 Nerds.
Yeah. Vodka stream. Yeah, that'd be fun. People mad she wasn't slicing. No, but I mean.
Yeah, if like you just said, the White House scene, yo, what is she doing? Cutting Secret Service men in half? Like, there's no way they're gonna put that.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
I mean, and yeah, that's the thing. Like, I didn't know when she exactly was gonna be Cheetah, like a complete Cheetah transformation, But it makes sense that it wasn't until the very end, because. Yeah, she was already super powerful, though. She was already super strong. Like, she was just tearing through those guys at the White House. So, but yeah, I mean, with live action stuff, like, I mean, I don't know if they're going to show her, like, tearing people up and stuff. Like, that's a little morbid. Speaking of morbid, did you have an issue with the way they brought back Steve Trevor? Because a lot of people don't like that he was in a different person's body. Do you think that was necessary, or they should have just shown that he was?
It's
like
kind of weird. At first I didn't have a problem with it, but it was just so weird. And I see what they were doing with that. Is that she says, when I look at you, I see Steve. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what I said.
And I think they were trying to look for like an organic way to bring him back, as opposed to like just him straight up like traveling through time. I don't know. I'm cool with it. It could have been done differently, but that was not one of the things that took me out of this movie. Like you know what I'm saying, as far as like the VFX.
Yeah, it didn't take me out. It didn't take me out of the movie, but I mean, it was unexpected for me.
Yeah,
I was like, when they first showed that guy trying to get her attention, I was like, he sounds like Steve.
Yeah, and another thing is, how's that dude get into a black tie event with like a members only jacket on? Like, yo, like, how did he get in there? Like, for real though.
It's true.
Yeah,
like this big gala for the Smithsonian.
Yeah, and he just shows up. He's just in like, but no, I mean it wasn't enough that it just took me out. And the camera obviously rotates around, and then it's. You see Steve there or Chris Pine, and it's just like, yo, then they just instantly, the chemistry or whatever. That was fine. It wasn't enough to take, I'll just say it wasn't enough to take me out of it. Not like the mannequin arms. That was enough to, that was enough to, That was enough to like joke, like, wait, what? You hate for that ever to happen while you're watching something to be like, wait, what was that? So, yeah.
Yeah, him being in a different person's body was stupid. Everything else popped out of thin air, so why not him? Well, I mean, the thing is that he was dead. So I think also part of it was to show that like there's consequences for making a wish with that stone, So it's something. There's always going to be a take. If something, if the stone grants a wish, it's also going to take something. So for Diana, it started taking her powers. But I think it was also part of that to show that like it's not like people make these wishes, but it's not just going to be, oh, your wish is granted and everything's perfect. Like there's going to be consequences to people,
Yeah.
And plus when Diana had to realize that like she had to renounce her wish because he wasn't supposed to be there. Like he died.
Yeah.
It's not true, going back to like the themes in the movie. Like it wasn't true that he was supposed to be, you know what I mean? Like she sees Steve in him. Thanks, McLevin. Thanks for your support. She sees Steve in him, but it's not the truth. Now it's kind of like with the whole, you know, and that's what
Yeah.
the movie come full circle. He wasn't, you know, that's not, he's not Steve,
Yeah.
is the thing. Like, you know, but, so it didn't really bother me, but like, it didn't bother me. Like when I was watching the movie, I was like, oh, you know, they just show his reflection in the mirror and you see that, okay, he took this guy's body. But like, you don't, if you would see him that way in the whole movie, that would be annoying.
Yeah, that
But
would.
it's actually Chris Pine, and I really love him as Steve Trevor. So I thought it was. I really liked seeing the flip flop of like. Now he's in a new world, and she gets to show him. You know, I
Yeah,
liked
the
that
fish
it
out of
was-
water. Yeah.
Yeah, I liked that a lot.
Yeah. Yeah. That dude trying to pretend to be Chris Pine for the entire movie would have sucked.
Yeah,
That
see,
would that.
yeah.
Yeah, it wouldn't have been. Yo, he said.
I
Hold
know. I
on.
was
He got in the
thinking-
party. Jet that is on.
Not feel ready to go. I know. I was kind of like, how are they taking his plane?
Yeah.
But
no.
you know, it's a movie. The power of the member-only jacket.
Yeah, he says it. He says hello. He got into the party because he had the member only jacket. Yeah, that's. He did have the members only jacket. So yeah.
I know people keep saying this, and I'm like, no, I didn't take it that far.
Yeah, I'm not getting that discussion.
Yeah, me
there's
neither. There's a bunch of people
Ryan.
saying
Ryan,
that.
there's a go to the what's it? Who's it? Oh, on Max's channel. They did a full discussion on that the other night. I'm not getting into that one.
Yeah, I saw people starting to say that on Twitter and stuff, and I was like, see,
There is a discussion. Ryan Zebrafet was there.
Yeah.
Enos was there. Just go check it out and you know make up your own mind. I'm not getting. Yeah, that was.
I think it would have been worse if they had shown like that he took over like a dead person's body.
Yeah.
That would have been more morbid. Like that would have been like, no, you know. But I don't know. I guess it was sort of unnecessary, but at the same time, I kind of get it.
Yeah, he said. There's a lot. Yeah, who was better, Ares or Cheetah? Cheetah.
Where's that? Oh,
I think.
do you like Cheetah better?
Yeah.
Like,
As
as
a bit, yeah.
character, or as like just
As
a woman?
I guess as a character, like her entire arc, Ares was like, I don't know, man. Once at the end of the movie, he just didn't. As far as like he was built up throughout the movie, I guess it didn't pay off for me like I thought it was going to. Which don't get me wrong, I still think the first Wonder Woman's
Great.
better than this one by far.
I do really love that movie.
Yeah, it's really but I think I like Cheetah better as even though like especially like with Cheetah, you knew what she was gonna become when you first
Yeah.
meet Barbara in the movie. You automatically know by the end of this movie she's gonna have fur and she's gonna be fighting Wonder Woman. Like you know that, but I think I just like that. I like from the start to finish with Cheetah better than I did with Ares, I guess. Because to me,
yeah.
the flashback scene, the history lesson in Wonder Woman when they're looking at the book and she's showing what Ares did and all this stuff, I thought that Ares was better than the Ares at the end of the movie. You know what I'm
So the
saying?
Aries we're gonna get in Zack Snyder's Justice League.
Oh yeah, that one. Yeah, that.
Who's supposed to have dialogue?
Oh, yes, that's the one. Yeah, I didn't. The one at the end of Wonder Woman was. I mean, the fight scene was whatever, but like. And actually, I think she has a different third act. Like,
did.
Yeah.
They made her change last minute, and she was
Mm-hmm.
like, "We don't have time for that." And I guess that's where a lot of the complaints of the visual
Mm-hmm.
effects at the end come from because they had to rush it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ares was better all around. Well, I guess what I like about the about Ares in the first one was that it was like, he's a god, so it's like
Yeah.
I like seeing her, fight a god, realize what she is, a god.
Yeah.
So it was cool that like he showed her that. But I mean, yeah, I think Cheetah had a better character arc because just that's kind of what they had to do with her.
Yeah. You had
But
to
I
show her
do-
from the start. Yeah.
Yeah, but I do agree that like seeing the young Ares is a little bit more exciting.
And it really wasn't that much action. It was just like, you know what I mean? It was like stop motion kind of animation on that history lesson. You know what I mean? The way, but I thought he was, I guess more menacing there than he was in the final battle. I did like when he carved the eyes in the helmet on Wonder Woman. That was fire. And it was. I think it's probably also we always like to make fun of them. Of dude from Harry Potter, like being like Ares and shit. What's the actor's name? Is it David something? Is it David? I can't remember his name. We watched it.
Patty never intended. Yeah.
Oh, she wanted him. Oh, that's been fire.
That's what I saw her say. I was reading some comments last night on a podcast that she was on that Ares was, they wanted Ares to show up in the final battle, like look like Ares. And she was like,
okay.
well, he shouldn't need armor because he's a god and this and that. But, I guess that's how...
The powers that be.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I wonder what it really would have been if it wasn't that. But, we're going to get to see her fighting some more gods.
Yeah. I hadn't watched Greenland.
I haven't seen that either. He would have stayed his human form the whole fight. Then Wonder Woman kills him. She sees his true form. Oh, okay. I think, is that what that, there was some concept art that was shown that showed Ares in his godlike form, but I didn't know that I didn't know that that wasn't supposed to happen until after she kills the human body that he's in. So that kind of makes sense.
That makes a lot of sense. That
now it makes sense what Patty Jenkins was saying, those comments I was talking about, is that she didn't want to have her fighting him looking like Ares. But then I guess they were like, show him looking like Ares, and that's when he makes his armor. And she's like, well, he need armor.
Yeah, he wouldn't. And when in history lesson, he doesn't have armor. He's just
he just has
a big
the
old
helmet. That's it.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
And like a cape. Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Of course. But I mean, I did want, speaking of, like, since we're talking about the final battles between villains, I did think the fight with Cheetah was going to be longer.
I wish it would have been longer. Obviously, see, that's the thing. It's crazy because there's a lot of CG in that. Obviously, because Kristen Wiig ain't about to be swinging around.
Yeah, for certain things like that, they can't do that.
Yeah. I liked it because I liked the fact that Cheetah was like Barbara. I hate calling her Cheetah. I mean, obviously that's the name of the character, but like she's more Barbara. I like the way what she had against Diana. Like she wasn't about to let it slide. She was just like, "Yo, let's do it." Even when Diana actually started taking the upper hand in that fight. But yeah, I liked it. I wish it would have been longer, but maybe not as because the fight with Ares in the first one was kind of long. It's a longer.
Yeah, it was longer.
Although there are like in between that fight, she gets she goes and talks to Steve. That last little thing where like I can save you could say what was it? What's the line? It's
like I could save today.
But you could save the world. Yes, exactly. Yeah. So that's included in that fight. But yeah, I wish it would a little bit longer.
Yeah, especially because, I mean, I didn't expect her to go and fight Maxwell Lord, like physically fight him.
Yeah, no.
So it's like you kind of want to, like, you expect to get that part of it with Cheetah. Mm-hmm. And I was also like, sometimes having two villains is like, how are they going to do that? But they made it work in this one because
they did.
She was like, I'm not renouncing my wish, so I'm going to protect him.
Yeah.
She's like, I ain't letting you do nothing to him. Like,
yeah.
I like that too.
Yeah, and I could immediately see where that was going when they were in that when they came to see that guy. Yeah, his thing. And they were like, and she was like, "Well, we have to destroy him," and she was like, "Wait a minute, what? I'm not down for that." And like I was like, "Oh, she doesn't want to renounce her wish because now she's a badass, and before she wasn't, Yeah. So I like that aspect of it. Look, I think for me. Like overall, this movie, the performances and the score were the strongest parts of it.
Yeah.
The actors were all on point. I didn't see a weak performance. Gal, oh man, she stepped her like she was good. I've always loved her as Wonder Woman, but like she stepped it up for this movie. So like she like I don't know what she did. She's become well, and she's also gotten a lot of work between Wonder Woman and this. So like she's had the opportunity to like step her acting game up. It was fire. I thought she was totally convinced. What's it? Woman had all the character arcs well established in front of us. Cheetah, a girl wanted to know Diana who wanted.
Yeah.
Yes,
It was definitely a very character-driven movie.
Yeah, yeah,
It was a lot more like the first one was all about like Wonder Woman, you know,
Yeah.
like going to the outside world. This was, for me, it had a decent balance of like Diana and Wonder Woman, but it was a lot of Diana.
yeah.
Like it was pretty, like the balance was okay for me, but it's definitely a lot more than like the first one. The first one's like she's Wonder Woman like start to finish basically.
Yeah, yeah. Except for except for the small piece where she's getting adapting to the you know to the world. But yeah, it was pretty much. But this one, yeah, she was more Diana. Yeah, which it's not a bad thing. You got to see how she's
No.
how she's trying to like deal with the fact that she lost this dude, you know, however many years ago, and like she's just went up through the decades. Yeah,
No, yeah, it's important for her story. I mean, like you see that, like when they're showing all her pictures and stuff in her apartment in the beginning, like she's had like this whole life
yeah.
already.
Basically,
you know?
yes.
Yeah, and she's like, well, you know, I'm gonna lose people because I'm gonna live a lot longer than them. So
Oh man, you know, let me ask you, did it take you how long did it take you? It took me to like the second or third time I watched it to notice that was Etta Candy when in the one of those
that's
pictures.
who it is.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. When I saw that, I was like, they're showing this person for a reason.
Yes, that was yes, that
Okay,
was
thank you for clarifying. My husband is like, "Who is that? It's an important person." I'm like, "I don't know,
yeah,
but it's
it's
someone important for them to show."
and it's so
her
it's such a great picture, but it's also so sad because like
Yeah.
Diana just has to watch her friends pass out. Yeah, I mean, leave the I said pass out. That's a bad word, to put it. she
I don't.
she has to watch her friends move on. Let me just put it like
Yeah.
that. I said pass out.
That's true. I was
Alright.
trying to figure it out. I was like, "Who is this?" And in one of the pictures, she didn't get married, did she?
I don't think so.
I don't
have
think she got married, but she's like in a dress with flowers, or is she at someone's wedding?
I think she's at.
something.
Oh, I
It's
think she's
something.
at someone's wedding. I think she's at someone. I have to go back. Oh man, I'm trying to remember that one now.
Yeah, my husband was like, "Did she get married?" And I was like, "Well, I don't know, but I mean, I'd be."
I'm
kinda
sure she didn't
surprised-
get married. I don't think she
Yeah,
got
I'd
married.
be
Yeah.
kind of surprised if she did, but no, okay, that's Etta Candy. Makes a lot of sense now. Why in almost all the superhero movies do superheroes lose their powers? Well, okay, of course he's gonna lose his powers if there's kryptonite, but I mean, they gotta show like some challenges.
Yeah, they gotta give him. Yeah,
You know,
give him
like-
some.
For me, I kind of not enjoyed it, but like it's cool to see that. You
Yeah.
know, it's kind of cool to see like them kind of struggle, like go through struggles, and then they
Yeah.
have to come back from it. You know, like I like that. That's when she learned how to fly. Was when she was like upset. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
Like
no,
she
it
was
is.
emotional, so it like made it more. I made the scene better for me in a way because she was emotional and she was like using that, you know, because she just had to leave Steve, and that was I liked the emotional part of that.
Oh yeah,
It was
the dude from Wonder Woman.
Oh, the guy, the guy
You know, the
who's
sniper.
supposed to be the sniper.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay. I'll have to go back and look more closely. I couldn't
Yeah,
tell.
dude, I've seen it 4 times. I haven't even really. Yeah,
It's kind of hard to see. Like maybe if you pause it, it's easier to see or something. Because it's not. I could just tell that it looked like a wedding, but I couldn't tell all who was in the picture.
Yeah.
Charlie, yeah, that's his name, Charlie.
Yeah, Charlie. Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting fan theory I saw about going back to the first Wonder Woman movie. What's his name? The Chief. Oh, they just call him Chief, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Have you ever seen the fan theory about him being a demigod?
No.
I saw someone. I saw it like it was a long time ago. Like think like maybe not too long after the first one came out. remember, okay, when she first meets him, when they're like, they have like a campfire going,
Yeah.
and they don't show the subtitle, they don't translate when her and the chief
Yeah,
are
they talk to each other.
talking.
Yes.
Yeah. So I don't know. Some people, I forgot the whole thing I saw, but like some people thought he might be a demigod and like they could sense each other or something. I don't know. Something like that.
Oh,
Like he
that'd
knew
be-
what she was. She wants to make cupcakes. We're going to make some tomorrow.
So
Yeah, so I don't know if
over
that's true, but
that would be interesting. It would. What show we get a second movie? I don't know. Well, because the first movie, especially if the first movie's an origin story, they're not gonna show the yeah. In the second movie, you gotta, like you just said, you gotta give them some kind of challenge, and yeah. So that's. And then obviously, if the movies, if the whatever the movies are, if they get a third one, they're not going to redo what they did in the second one. So yeah,
yeah, it's just
That-
like part of their arc. Like, okay, we get to see their origin, and then we see something that like, oh, I've never encountered this before. You know,
yeah,
this is new. And then like, okay, obviously in BVS, she's like really, I mean, she's total warrior mode.
Yeah.
You know, and that's like how we're gonna see her in Zack Snyder's Justice League, which finally gonna just do this before I forget to bring it up.
yes, bring it up.
This awesome image
Yes,
that shows her in that full warrior mode. That I thought it was so cool that Zack let Fiona share it first.
yes, that was fire.
like,
I was just about to say that, yo. He let her share it first, and she said, yeah, like I was saying, and she popped that up there. Dude, look at that. That is fire.
That is, I saw that and I was like, oh my god. Like when I tweeted, I was like saying it out loud.
Yeah.
I was like, what? And then his axe, like when her sword touches his axe, look at the
Yes.
like the energy or whatever you want to call
Yeah.
it. Oh my god.
That's
Oh,
10,000 gazillion times better than what we saw. And look at it. It's also at the it's at the, I get, well, I'm guessing that's toward the end of the movie, because it's not, it doesn't look like it's underneath that dam or whatever it was, the goth, you know what I'm talking about? Yeah.
That tunnel scene, no.
Yeah, it looks like it's because it looks like they're in a silo or whatever, like one of those
Wherever they have like their stuff going on with the parademons. Yeah, she's definitely gonna be awesome.
I use gods to kill gods. Can't wait for it. Yes, that is.
Oh, yeah. That just like that's a shot in a movie. Like you would think that that's just like someone made that art.
Yeah, you
know
would,
what I
yes,
mean?
but
Like,
it's actually going. We're actually going to see
in
that.
action. Like,
Yeah,
that's
and it's
crazy.
you know, it could, you know, it I wonder if it's close to what the comment you just threw up there from Anthony talking about I use gods to kill gods, you know. And I remember when Zach dropped that, he was just like, yo, I use gods to kill gods, and he put a picture of Wonder Woman like.
Well, they kept that. They used that shot of her in the theatrical version, but it just shows her chopping off his axe instead of
Yes, yeah,
his head.
yeah.
But when we see her doing that, yeah, that's gonna be. But this, oh my god,
Yes.
I can't wait to see that again. I think it's like even more exciting because we just saw her in a new movie. Mm-hmm. But like we know we're gonna see her again, like full just
Yes.
warrior.
Look at that. The
Yeah.
color grading, everything about this is just a perfect
love
perfect
it.
thing. Do you have the other one?
Love
The
Yeah, let me get the other one. I think it's right here too.
yeah.
Oh no, wait, sorry,
No.
that's Hippolyta. Thought they were. What was the other? Oh, right here, right here.
Yes, that one. That one is fire. Yeah, so that picture, just look at that, man. Look at that. It's beautiful. The color grading, the lighting, all of it. It just looks great. Once you
It's totally Zach.
Yeah, it is. It is. And I don't know. Picture of epicness, yes, you are exactly correct.
That looks like when she goes and she finds the thing, like the whole mural and everything.
Yeah, it does.
Wolf
That
and,
same
like,
the same outfit when she
underground.
sees the arrow and all of that. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, oh, and is she like sneaking in or something? Because there's like,
Yeah, there's some looks
they,
like
like,
some
security?
guards. Yeah, which I don't think she could sneak in with the best of them probably. So
well, yeah, but I mean, like, I wonder where it's at that she, like, why is it guarded?
Oh yeah, that's well.
I don't know if it's. I don't know. I mean, wherever
Yeah,
her mom sends her, I don't know what that at with the when she finds the arrow, like you said,
yeah,
she flew from work. Probably
yeah.
because it's like, well, she is in Europe, so that axe is probably somewhere like. I mean, the arrow, probably somewhere in I don't know, ancient.
Wait a minute. Where's that? Where's that thing at? Oh, is it the Pantheon? I can't remember what it's called. The
Oh, he calls it the penetralium.
Oh, okay, okay.
But I don't
Where?
know. I don't know where she goes to find it. I just know that her mom shoots that arrow, and she's
Yeah,
like, "You need to go here." But it's probably in some ancient.
yeah, place. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, who knows? We'll find out next year though. It's probably a historical. Yeah, yeah. Smash like Nicotina. Nicotina, cook your turkey, man. What you doing? Don't burn it. Don't burn the turkey or whatever else you're cooking over there.
Let me go back to that one real quick. It's where'd it go? Oh, I went back to Zach's thing.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah. Oh, this is from what he shared on Zero.
Yeah.
Zero.
No.
Vero. Oh, yeah. This one's for you.
Nicotine's I'm getting ready to eat my turkey.
But yeah.
So yeah, those were fired. Today was a good day. Apparently, I guess January is supposed to be a good month for the advertising of Zack Snyder's Justice League. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm sure you're looking forward to it. Everybody in the chat should be looking forward to it. And so you got like final thoughts on Wonder Woman 84?
Sorry, my kids are back here and they're like, Wonder Woman, Superman, Steppenwolf.
Batman.
Oh, you should see them if we play the trailer.
Hey, I saw him. Wasn't that him on the video?
Yeah, I've included them in some videos.
I'm talking about
reactions.
the Superman, this flight video, Man of Steel.
Yeah, yeah, oh yeah. Yep.
You watch
Yeah, that Zack Snyder.
Zack Snyder. Hey, you raising them right. I'm gonna go ahead and tell you right now. That's
Yesterday, my little girl, she's almost 4, and she's like, I don't know what she saw. She saw something on YouTube, and she was like, Zack Snyder. I don't know what she saw. She probably saw like something from one of the movies on YouTube, like a clip of something. Mm-hmm. And she was like, Zack Snyder. So funny. You should see them if we play the trailer. Oh man, they're like singing Hallelujah.
Oh,
They're
that's
like acting
fire.
out the parts, like when Superman's like, when Doom
the
stays.
Oh yeah.
When Doom, he's like, like they're doing that. It's so funny. It's so funny. They're hyped. Like,
Nicotina, nobody cares what you're eating right now. I got stuffing and sweet
sweet
potato.
potato
Man,
mash.
get out of here, man.
my son
But
said,
really,
you
I'd
better
like to eat
watch
that.
the Snyder Cut and click
Yeah.
to subscribe. That's what he said.
Zactivation. Look.
Yeah. It was cool that everything was trending today.
Yes, yes.
Restore the Snyderverse, Zack Snyder's Justice
That
League.
is-
It's just so cool. Like, yeah, we got to keep the hype going.
Mm-hmm.
It's awesome that it's being listed as an upcoming feature and all that. Like, you can add it to your wish list and all that.
Yeah,
and
that's
play.
that's great too. That is great.
I really
Yeah.
hope, like, I'm taking that as a good sign because, like, I mean, they need to get it in as many places as possible where
Yeah.
HBO Max is not available.
Yeah, I can't wait for the people overseas to be able to get it in the internet because it is kind of like, and I do my homeboy Ohio Dave, he did a Twitch thing for the people who can't watch Wonder Woman 84 because no theaters and they're international, so they don't have HBO Max. So he put it on his Twitch stream the other day, which was fire. So yeah,
That's cool.
Dave, you're the real hero.
Yeah. I know, because I do feel bad, like, when people in my channel will comment, like, I hope it's, I hope it's released in, like, where I live or whatever. Like, I don't have HBO Max. So I really hope that they realize that it's, and I mean, it's only fair because, like, the whole release the Snyder Cut movement was everywhere.
International. It was, yes. It
Yeah,
was.
so it's like-
the world made that happen.
Yeah, and
Yes.
it's like I really stop yelling. He's just like yelling out superhero names. Um, it's like it will make like I will be happy for them. Like it just
Yeah.
I really hope they get it one way or another. You know, it's like I know people are like I will buy this right now. You
Yeah.
know, so like if it's a purchase, just please give it to me. Like I think people are totally willing to do that to be able to have access to it since it's a special, you know, it's a special situation that's going to be on HBO Max and it's not a global thing yet. So I really, really hope that like they see, because I'm sure they're adding it now. So they're like, oh, I wonder how many people are going to like,
Yeah.
you know, add this to their wish list or like try to search for it or whatever. Like I really hope that it's giving them a good idea of if they don't know by now that it's a global thing, then I don't know
Yeah,
what rock they're living under.
I
Like, they
think
should
it's
know by now.
I think it's I'm sure it's more technical than it is them wanting to do. They want to go because
Yeah.
that's more money if they go international. So like it's technical stuff probably. You know, certain countries don't allow for this or they don't. It's
Yeah.
a bunch of stuff that I personally don't like know the details of, but
Yeah.
I'm sure it's just not that they don't want to do it because Zach wants
No,
to do
yeah.
it.
Yeah, and I know like getting streaming services in other countries, like that's a whole thing. I know it's not just like, oh, here, you guys can have it in your country. I know they like you said, like countries have certain
Yeah,
like things that they
if you've ever noticed, like a lot of people like on Twitter, like say for instance, like somebody from another country, they'll post their copy of like BVS, and there's like these little things at the bottom of it where it has these regions on it and it has all of this
Yeah.
other. It's that's the international part of it. So like I'm sure it has something to do with that as well. So we used to
Yeah.
get
they are. They're like we hear them in the videos all the time, and I'm like pausing and coming back, and I'm like, stop yelling in the background. So hopefully putting it on Google Play and stuff like that, hopefully that will make it more, or iTunes or whatever. Hopefully that will make it more globally, you know, give people more people access to it than
Yes.
just HBO Max. But I really, really hope so because I really want as many people, like I want it for them, you know, like
Yeah, it almost feels like I mean as much as it almost would feel like say for instance like half of the reason we're getting this movie is from international people. So like if when I get to watch it whenever it comes out and I get to watch it, I feel like I'm you know what I mean? I just feel like I'm cheating somebody who lives on the other side of this planet and they just can't watch it for certain reasons that are beyond my control, but I'm still like I want us to experience this together because we got this together. So
exactly.
yeah,
Oh, go ahead. No, Kevin, yeah, I am in the States, but like Anthony was saying, is like this was such a global effort that it like makes me want that for people that are like, you know, around the world that don't have HBO Max because like you said, like some of the other markets, like South America, like China, like they're such big supporters.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Like when they do like when they were able to do like the big press events for like BVS or like you know when they do those international things and they go
yeah,
and they're like oh we're gonna show us a sneak peek or whatever like those audiences those fans are so supportive and like they like love it
yeah.
so like I really really hope everyone gets to watch it even if it's because it's gonna get like pirated big time. I mean, there's gonna be people like changing
Yeah.
their things, their VPNs or whatever they gotta change. Like, hopefully, they make it available because that's what people on my channel are telling me too. Like, oh, if they do this, it'll give me like a legal way to watch it.
Yeah.
Like people, I know that fans like they don't want to do that.
No, they don't. No, for the
Yeah.
most part, they don't. But if it comes to a situation to where like it's looking like yo, Zack Snyder's Justice League has come out HBO Max on this day, and I might
Yeah.
not get to see it for like a month. Then
Yeah.
they're gonna take alternate.
Yes.
They're gonna go. Yeah, they're gonna.
Yeah, and I
they're-
think it will definitely happen. I think more so than with like Wonder Woman 84 because we've been waiting years for this, and it's like finally happening. And yeah, if it goes in theaters, I mean that would be the ultimate. That would be awesome.
yeah.
Yeah, it would be awesome. But I really do hope they realize that like people are gonna pirate it. People are gonna like try to do whatever they can to watch it because I mean they put a lot into this too, and so they deserve to see it. So, like you said, I'm pretty sure they want to. They're just trying to figure out all the distribution.
Yeah.
And Zach had said a long time ago that they're gonna try to figure out, other methods of distribution for it since it's gonna be on HBO Max, whether
Yeah.
hard copy or whatever. So hopefully, it doesn't. Hopefully, internationally, it's available soon after on HBO Max. If not at the same time, I don't know how that's gonna work, but hopefully it's, doesn't take too long because
Yeah.
we've already been waiting a long time.
Yeah. Well,
But
go ahead.
oh no, yeah, I'm so proud that I joined this movement. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, it just people everywhere deserve to see it for being such big supporters of it. In theaters, yeah. If it does go in theaters, how long do you think? Do you think it would be like, oh, we're gonna do it for like a quick, like you'll have a week to watch it, or do you think they'll actually leave it and like do a theater
don't
run?
know. I was pretty sure that obviously it was going to be 4 parts. I was thinking every Sunday for like a month, but then
Yeah.
now I think it's going to be.
4 hours.
Then I thought, okay, now it's going to be just one 4-hour movie. Hit HBO Max first, and then a month later come out in theaters. But now I don't know. It's so
know.
confused. Like it's now that I don't know.
I don't know either. I've thought about it. And I'm like, I don't know, because it's just a different situation from releasing just any other movie. And I wonder when they're gonna tell us. Like, are they gonna keep it just for separate episodes? Because I mean, there has been a lot of. I mean, there's been a rumor that it's gonna go back to just being a 4 straight hour movie because of the pay or something like that. And like,
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, those reasons it had something to do with if you go into an episodic format,
Yeah.
that the people get paid differently for that.
For
Which
that,
I honestly, if they do end up showing just a straight 4-hour movie, I don't think that's the main reason. I just think Zach wants you to experience his shit in 4 hours. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that's what that is. Which is how I would prefer to watch it. Would be a straight 4 hours. If it's in the theaters, obviously that long, you're gonna get an intermission, whatever. Yeah, that's how. Yeah, I don't know, but as far as me saying what I think, I don't know, because they're just, it's being real funny with it now. You know what I'm saying? It's just like there's like so much stuff coming out, and so maybe we'll find out this in January because it's supposed to be
March?
January is supposed to be fun.
Yeah, they're really gonna start, kicking up the marketing for
Yeah.
it. They're kind of giving Wonder Woman its little time to shine. And they don't want to take away from that. So,
Yeah,
one more trailer and some, a bunch of other promo stuff. But
I
one
think
more
it started.
trailer.
I think it started today with the
Yeah.
obviously his homage to Wonder Woman was those first 2 pictures that he dropped, those first 2 shots from the movie. So we'll see where it goes from here, because I don't know.
And showing it on those and how it's playing on that giant screen at the AT&T.
Dude,
in
that is
Dallas.
fire.
That is awesome. I was
Yes.
like, oh my god, that looks
Yes.
so cool. Like, just even watching it like on your device through some, like, okay, someone's recording it on their phone, obviously.
Yeah.
But like even just seeing it on that size screen, it's like, oh my god.
Yes.
It looks so awesome.
We are in for it. We are going to be considered. Consider us blessed this year or next year. This year too, as well. And I know a lot of I don't know. Are you about to wrap up?
Let's see.
Yeah, we're close.
At the 2. Yeah, we're getting on 2 hours, so we'll go ahead and yeah.
All right, so real quick, I'm doing a stream on my channel tomorrow. I don't know how long it's gonna be, whatever, but it's tomorrow evening. I don't know. But anyway, like this year, there's been a lot of bad stuff that's happened this year. Obviously, COVID like just straight almost canceled the entire year and whatever else. But this fandom, that hashtag release the Snyder Cut has brought me so much that I can go into next year saying that it was a pretty good year. It was. Nobody. I didn't personally didn't lose anybody close to me. You know what I'm saying? As far as like with the COVID stuff. So like, yeah, it was. I met so many people. My channel grew. I was able to. I started live streaming this year. Same a few months before you did, but like. You know what I'm saying? Like I started doing that, so I have to say I actually met some people like Ryan and not Nicotina, but Ryan and Dawson and Meg. I was able to meet in person this year. Enosh, which was great. So yeah, yeah, Chadwick Boseman, man.
I
Dude.
know. It's still it's still really weird.
I actually that night that I saw that I was destroyed for about an hour. Like legit, I sat on the side of my bed and I looked at my phone and I read bunches of tweets about it for like a good while, and I was like, holy crap, like how did this happen? You know what I mean? It was such a shocking thing. But yeah.
Same.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it was a real. Yeah, I had a lot of similar experience that you were talking about. Yeah, it wasn't. Thankfully, like you said, I didn't personally experience like the worst part of stuff going on with COVID. But of course, like we're all affected by it, obviously.
Yes.
But,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But yeah, thankfully, haven't had anything like catastrophic. But the announcement was just like, oh my god. Yeah. I still can't believe that's already like 6-7 months ago. It's crazy.
Yeah, dude.
We're already closer to the release than we were to
the announcement. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it's awesome. Same thing. It motivated me to get back to my channel, and I had kind of like strayed away from it.
Mm-hmm.
I was still on Twitter and stuff like that, but I was like, and I knew when Zach would share stuff or whatever, but I was just like not really making videos, and but then I was like, okay, no, I'm like going back to my channel, like all that stuff. It's been totally motivating in that way, and
now you're live.
live streaming, and it's like the same thing. My channel started growing a lot. Like there was a lot of support, even though I like kind of strayed away for a long time. Like I was like, I don't know if people are gonna like start watching my videos again, because I wasn't like, I was really up and down, and like wasn't as when I first made it. I was super consistent, but there was like a lot of excitement, and then that died, and so I wasn't sure, if people were gonna be interested anymore, since I wasn't. But I was like, no, people have been really supportive, like people like you, and it's been a nice little experience to see, like, to be part of the fandom, but like how people are just like happy to share the excitement. It's like, really cool. It's really cool to share that excitement with people everywhere. So
oh yeah, people talking about Kobe. Oh man.
oh my god,
Sean Connery. Yeah, dude,
that was super tragic too.
Yeah, that was
His daughter. Oh, it's just I don't know how.
Yeah.
I don't know how Vanessa can. Not be able to.
She's
I know
strong.
you have other kids. You gotta, but
she is strong. Believe that, because that was a.
I don't know how I would. I don't know how.
Yeah,
but
it's.
I mean, when you have other kids, you gotta be there for them. But man, yeah, very tragic.
That's a rough go of it. I was destroying. Yeah, Sean Connery too. Yeah, that was.
Sorry, I changed it. Yeah, he was definitely
tuning in late, but want to wish everybody.
Tuning in late, but want to wish everyone in the chat. Okay. Well, thanks for joining. We are about to wrap it up.
Yeah.
Yes, Zack Snyder's Justice League. We're officially going to get it. Like
and
pretty much, we're like in the year now. It's pretty much the year that Justice League is coming out.
Yeah. Yeah, we're a few hours from
for me, but like for some people, it already is. So, that's awesome to think about. Just a few months away. We're gonna go ahead and start wrapping up, but overall, just before we leave, one more time, like, I don't like to really rate movies. Like, I don't usually give them, like, stars or numbers. But, like, again, just before we leave, overall thoughts for Wonder Woman 84 for people who maybe didn't hear at the beginning.
Oh, yeah. I enjoyed it. I think the biggest flaws to me in the movie were The visual effects were just they were bad, but the performances, all of them were fire. I did like the story was fire. I liked the villains. I thought they both were done well. And I liked the way they used a beautiful eye. I thought it ran a little bit too long, but overall it was good. So I liked it. So if I was going to rate it out of 5, I would probably come out like 3.5 out of 5 or something like that. The good outweighed the bad for me.
Yeah, I would say that too. Like you said, the visual effects could have been better. They could have been better so that like I mean, these movies that use a lot of CGI, like you expect there to be parts where you're kind of like that wasn't so great, but like for this movie it kind of was like it kind of took you out. When it starts taking you out,
Yeah.
when it's distracting, that's when it's like, dang, like, and especially a lot of people have said like they had a lot of time
They did.
because it got pushed
There
back
was-
so much.
Yes.
So-
Between the time that the production was done on this movie and it was just sitting on the shelf, done, waiting to come out, a lot of work could have been done to it. Somebody could have watched it and be like, "Hey, you might want to change some of this because it's kind of wonky." But yeah,
And the action was definitely like not as exciting as the first one. Mm-hmm. Like the action in the first one was just like, dang, it was visually more appealing. Like this, like the choreography and like this visual spectacle of it was more like.
yeah,
But I agree though. Yeah, the good outweighed the bad. I still enjoyed it. I still liked watching it. I wasn't disappointed. Like some people are saying, like I was super disappointed. I didn't feel that way.
no,
But yeah, definitely they all really carried their roles really well. Like none of the acting was, I didn't feel disappointed with any of their performances.
yeah, dude, the acting was fire.
Yeah, that would have. I think that's more disappointing when it's kind of like, when it's not convincing, when their performances are not convincing. That would have been more disappointing for me. Well, thank you, Anthony, for all your support, and thank you for joining us. Thank you. Thanks. Yes, thank you to you too.
Yes,
Same to you.
Alejandro.
Thank you.
Appreciate you watching.
Yeah, we do. But yeah, overall, not a bad. I wouldn't say it's bad or anything like that. It just, again, some things could be better. No movie is perfect, except Man of Steel.
Yeah, I know. Man of Steel.
Yeah, but definitely can't wait to see her come back in Zack Snyder's Justice League. So, it's good to know that Patty Jenkins is not using. Obviously, she's not using the theatrical version as canon for her Wonder Woman. And since we know she's going to be doing a Wonder Woman 3, which is crazy to me that they announced that so fast, but not really sure what changed.
Yeah, I think it performed really well this weekend. It did. Wonder Woman as far as streaming and as far as in theaters, which is crazy. Yeah. And for the situation, yes, I guess it outperformed what they were projecting it would do.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I don't know if I'd say they fast tracked Wonder Woman 3, but like they probably went ahead and was like, "Yo, we need to go ahead and do this." So I don't know when it's coming. We don't know. So like,
Yeah.
and she has signed on to do that the Rogue Squadron movie for Star Wars. So we'll just have to see where that goes.
Yep. And they're gonna do the Cleopatra thing together.
Yeah,
whenever
yeah.
that's gonna happen.
But I think they'll push that to the side to go
Yeah.
to do for Wonder Woman 3.
Yeah, I just I wanted. Well, she's kind of said like there's no reason to put it in the past again. It needs to be present day.
Yes.
There's no reason to go back in the
Yes.
past. Like I kind of like what Nicotine was saying earlier. Either leading up to BVS or like post Justice League. Like
Yeah.
it doesn't need to be in the past again. I mean, like
I don't
Patty
want it
Jenkins
in the
said, there's nowhere else to go with that.
Yeah.
Like
If it's gonna be pre BVS, like right before BVS, fire. I don't want it because when they even announced Wonder Woman 84, I was like, wait, in the 80s, like
Yeah.
wait a minute, what is? Yeah, I didn't like that to begin with. Like when she announced it,
Same
like
feeling.
3 or 4 years, whatever, however long ago it was. So yeah.
I had the same thoughts. I was like, oh, they're doing a past again. Like, I just didn't think that they would do another movie in the past since we already got her origin story.
Exactly.
You know,
exactly.
like I don't know. I didn't think that it was completely necessary, but I was like, well, I'm still excited to see it, but like, I didn't see what the reason was for it. You know, like I didn't understand why they couldn't have just done a post BVS movie, since we already
Yeah.
got introduced to her in BVS. But you know, we'll have that in a few months. So,
Yes, we will.
but thank you everyone for joining our live stream. Thank you so much, Anthony. You can tell everyone where they can find you before.
Yeah, you can find me on all forms of social media at 2279ACS on YouTube. Just look for the ACS Universe and you'll find me there. You find me every single Thursday at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time with Four Nerds, my boys Dawson, Brian, and Nicotina. And every other Sunday, you can find me with my homegirl Meg doing our World's Finest thing, which we will be doing this Sunday at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. So yeah, you can find me there.
Awesome. Yes, make sure you go and support Anthony from ACS. And yes, him and Wonder Meg are great. So make sure you tune into their episodes for World's Finest. Nicotina was on earlier.
Yep.
So make sure you go and support him as well. He was he had a lot to say. So hopefully you got to see that part because he was definitely entertaining me.
Yes.
He's so cool. He's cool. He's fun to talk to. But again, thanks everyone. You can find me at SuperHiveDC on Twitter. And then, of course, here on YouTube, SuperHive. If you're not subscribed, make sure you subscribe. Go subscribe to Anthony's channel too. And check out the links in the description for the Autumn Snyder AFSP Fund. The link to my Twitter profile is there also. And I'll probably go and add Anthony's information too,
Yeah,
like for
you can,
Twitter and his channel. After these videos take a long time to show up on the channel, so
Yeah, which is so I don't yeah.
it took forever for my last one. I was like, come on, like I was mad. I was like, some people I'll watch their live streams. Like if I watch Film Junkie, me and my husband will watch his live streams, and then like they'll be there, and I'm like, mine's not doing that.
Yeah, it's so weird. Like if you go to your link that you like when you
It
post
works.
yes, but it won't work either. But if you just
Yeah.
go to your YouTube channel, it doesn't. It's so weird like that. I don't get it. But yeah, that's the only way I'm able to rewatch live streams is like I have to hit that link.
Yeah, I mean, it eventually, it like by the next morning it was there, but from the time being, you can use the link that like I tweet out or whatever, and then if you want to go back to the beginning and watch it or something if you join late. But other than that, it probably won't be on the channel officially until like tomorrow.
Yeah.
So, thanks again for the super chats. I really appreciate it, and everyone be safe out there. If you're doing fun stuff for New Year's, please be safe out there, and we will see you guys next time.